Hello, everyone. Happy Monday. I'm Christine, and this is Mindset Monday. Welcome. So happy to have you here. As we wait for the Facebook algorithm to catch up with the fact that we are live, I would love to have you say hello as you pop into the chat and let us know if you're joining live. If you're coming in to watch the replay, please type replay. My team and I love to come back and make sure that we've connected with all of you. We're here for you. So if you have questions as we go, if you have comments as we go, if there's more you want to know, just type it in the comments. We'd love to hear. And this goes for our live viewers, those on replay, and those of you who are watching this on YouTube. Just post in the comments below. We'll come back and chat with you. So hello, welcome. Great to see you all. We are off to a very happy spring. I can't believe summer is almost here. It's May 24th as we go live today to talk about releasing limiting beliefs without having to focus on them. Who's excited to hear about that? If you're excited to hear that, say, I'm ready. Type it in the chat. I'm ready. I want to release my limiting beliefs without focusing on them. I'm going to tell you why it's important to do it this way and how this may be the missing piece when it comes to letting go of limiting beliefs for you. So before we begin, if we haven't met, I'm Christine Kolzing. I'm a transformational mindset expert and master success coach, and I help determined but burnt out women and women identifying entrepreneurs and executives to become joyful and empowered leaders, creating more success in their work and balance in their lives. I am the CEO and founder of Align and Design Your Life. I'm a certified master success coach, NLP practitioner and mindset expert. I'm also a Reiki level 1 practitioner, a super conscious healer, and an Enneagram teacher. And the mission of Align and Design Your Life is to guide women and women identifying entrepreneurs and executives to achieve deep and lasting transformation so they're stepping into their most powerful selves, embracing an abundant mindset, and experiencing limitless thriving in their business and in their life. Furthermore, we support you so that you can expand the impact that you're making for your clients and your communities, creating a ripple effect of better physical, emotional, and mental well-being in our world. Ideally, we are guiding you to a place where you love yourself and the life that you've created. And part of that process is letting go of the stuff that's standing in the way, releasing the limiting beliefs that are keeping you from truly embracing that limitless thriving in your life. So you're about to learn how to release those limiting beliefs without having to focus on them, which is part of pillar number 1 of the Align and Design Your Life program. And it's incredibly important because most people think that they need to know every limiting belief in order to get rid of them, and that when they do that, you actually end up wasting a lot of time and energy. And it could be one of the reasons that limiting beliefs are holding you back. So I want to take a quick poll. I know you're ready. I'm seeing all these comments. I'm ready. I want to know who here has ever thought that you needed to discover, uncover, work through every limiting belief that you have before you felt confident, and maybe it wasn't every belief, but every belief in a particular area. Did you feel that you had to discover, uncover, and work through all the limiting beliefs in one area before you could take action? If that's you, type in the comment, me. Or you can do that little emoji where the person's raising their hand. If you've ever felt like you had to uncover, discover, and work through all your limiting beliefs in one area before you could really take action, let me know. Is that an experience you've had? Because I'm going to hazard a guess that almost all of you are going to say, that's me. So type it in the comments, that's me. Moi. Oh, we have yes, type it in whatever language you speak. I love it. Is that you? Have you felt like maybe it was something to do with your health, right? Maybe you had a health goal, something that you wanted to work through, but you had all these limiting beliefs about what your body's capable of, about your family genes, about not being able to eat the foods you want, or that it was going to be hard, or that you were going to have to sacrifice. Like, what are the limiting, you probably had a lot of limiting beliefs maybe in this area around health, and you thought, you know what, I got to work through all these things. I got to fix my mindset. I got to change that thinking. I'm going to work on these limiting beliefs. And then once I get all of those fixed, then I'm going to go sign up for that program. I'm going to join the gym. I'm going to start eating healthy, but I got to get all this stuff figured out first. Maybe you've done that with relationships. Maybe you have a lot of limiting beliefs about what it means to have a long-term, successful, loving relationship. Past experiences. I'm not good at relationships, or I'm always a doormat, or I never pick the right people, or everyone in my family's divorced and that's probably what's going to happen to me. Or maybe you've had these beliefs, right? And you think, well, I better go to therapy. I got to figure all these out. I got to deep dive. And maybe in some instances, therapy can be very helpful. But we're talking really about the beliefs here around a particular topic. Maybe you thought you had to work through all those beliefs, then you could go put yourself on Bumble. Right? Then you could show up for a relationship that you want. Maybe it's been that way in your business. Maybe you believe that you had to work through all of your issues around money before you could start charging more for your program. Maybe you believed you had to work through all of your limiting beliefs about women or moms working in the corporate world and what that looks like before you really went for that promotion that you've really wanted. If you've done this, if you felt like you had to work through all those limiting beliefs first before you could confidently take action, say, that's me. Well, that was me. I thought I had to do that. I was taught by very well-meaning mindset experts that in order for me to move forward in my life, to really take big action, to make big progress, that I needed to know what was holding me back. I needed to uncover, discover, and work through all the limiting beliefs that were keeping me stuck. And what I've found is that when we do the work that way, we end up staying more stuck. We aren't actually able to take the action we want to take. Let's rewind back a little bit and talk a little bit about beliefs before we go further. Are you with me? Are you excited to hear this? So listen, we all have beliefs. We all have beliefs about the way we see the world, about ourselves, about what's possible. It's part of our human nature to develop beliefs as we grow from infancy into adulthood and beyond. We're always creating new beliefs. Some of the beliefs that we have about ourselves and the world are really great. They're super empowering, and they help us to be our best in our work and our personal lives. But some of our beliefs aren't so great. They're disempowering, and they keep us from being our best. These beliefs are the ones we call limiting beliefs because they limit our potential, our abilities, and our action. And like most determined but burned out entrepreneurs and executives, you're probably familiar with some of your most powerful limiting beliefs. You've probably heard them playing like a broken record in your mind for weeks, months, maybe years. You're pretty familiar with the little voice in your mind that stops you every time you set a higher goal, or want to do something new. It's that little voice that says you're not enough, and it flavors it in a million different ways. And so we want to get rid of that voice, right? We want to get rid of that voice so that we can take the action. We can set our sights on a new goal, that health goal, that relationship goal, that business or financial goal, whatever it is. We want to set our sights on that new thing. We want to be excited about it, and we want to start taking action towards it. But that little voice comes up. Those beliefs come up. You don't know enough. You're not capable. You're not good enough. You're not perfect. You don't belong. It's not for you. You've never done this before. Who are you to want this? Etc., etc., etc. Any of those sound familiar, by the way? That little voice comes up, and what we've been taught is that we need to figure it out. Where did that thought come from? Where did that belief start? Was it me that created that belief, or did someone tell me that? Is it my parents' fault? Was it my first grade teacher? I mean, these beliefs, some of these beliefs that we've had for a very, very long time, right? And we're taught that when we can do the forensics, when we can go back and figure it out, then we'll have a new perspective about it. We'll be able to change it. And sometimes that's true. Absolutely. Sometimes we can look at a limiting belief and say, you know what? I remember my parents saying that to me, and that was their life experience. That's not my life experience. That's not something I want to believe. And so I'm going to choose a new belief. Sometimes it can be that easy. But sometimes, especially for the limiting beliefs that feel deeper, a little more to the core, we may never know where it came from. We might not know how it began. We might not know how long it's been there. But if we're focused on trying to figure all of that out, what we're actually doing is we are creating a place for that belief to expand. I want you to type this in the chat. What you focus on expands. I'm going to give you a second. I'll just fix my hair while you do it. Always fixing my hair on Zoom. Really trying to get out of this habit. But, this is when I'm looking at myself most of the day. I'm going to give you a moment to type it in there. What you focus on expands. I want to see it in the chat. What you focus on expands. It's interactive coaching here. This is how the knowledge actually begins to seep into you, is when you say it, when you type it, when you write it. You have to make these new connections. What you focus on expands. What you focus on expands. What you focus on expands. Love it. You're getting it. Awesome. So if what you focus on expands, and what you're focusing on is limiting beliefs, what will expand in your life? Thank you. What will expand in your life? If what you focus on expands, and what you're focusing on is your limiting beliefs, what will expand in your life? It's math, right? If A equals B and B equals C, what do we get? We get an expansion of the limiting belief. If we're focused on figuring it out, going all the way back to the beginning, spending tons of time on these limiting beliefs, what we get is we either feel worse about it, right? We might start adding some guilt and shame to the beliefs. Like, we can start to really get down about it. We don't need to focus on them in order to let them go. We don't have to do those forensics. We don't have to uncover. We don't have to know when they started. We don't have to know where they came from. All we need to know is that they're here right now. And in their presence here right now, it's keeping us from taking action. That's all we need to know. It doesn't matter where they came from. Honestly, it doesn't matter where they started. Like I said, sometimes you'll know with great clarity the moment a limiting belief began for you. most of the time you won't, because your limiting beliefs were thoughts that you generated in a moment of time when that thought was working for you, right? So you're standing up in front of your class in the 5th grade, and the teacher asks you a question, you answer it incorrectly, and someone in the class laughs. At that moment, you might make a decision to not speak in front of people again because there's a risk of embarrassment. And then that thought, I'm not speaking in front of people again, becomes a belief, I can't speak in front of people. I'm not capable. Who am I to talk in front of others? And now when you're wanting to go live, you're wanting to give a presentation, you're wanting to get on a sales call or ask for a promotion, you now have this limiting belief that you can't get up in front of others. You can't give the speech. You can't do the talk. It's just not true. You absolutely can. You might be able to pinpoint that you created that belief in that moment in 5th grade, but chances are you can't, because it was a thought in the moment. It helped you to cope. It helped you to survive. It helped you to get by in that moment. But then you probably didn't think about it much until maybe another time came up that you needed to get in front of the classroom and you're like, oh, I don't want to do that. I don't like speaking in front of people. You begin reinforcing the thought and it becomes a belief. You might not know when these things began. You might not know the first time you heard your parents say something about money, or you heard someone on the TV say something about what a woman's supposed to look like or the weight she's supposed to be. You don't know when these beliefs all started. So all you need to know is that they're here. In this moment right now, that belief is keeping you from expressing yourself, from holding your boundaries, from being bold in the world. All you need to know is it's here now. Are you following me? Can I get a yes? Can I get a yes if this is making sense? That it doesn't matter when it started, where it came from, how long it's been. What matters is that it's here now. So what do we do with it when we know it's here now? Yes, love it. Inside Align and Design Your Life, we don't focus on doing the forensics of our limiting beliefs. We just acknowledge them. We go, oh, here it is. It's such a relief. Thank you. Right? We just acknowledge it. Oh, there's a belief. Oh, there's a thought that likes to chatter in the background. We just acknowledge it. And we release it. But how do we release it? This is always, like, I think this is the thing that we always want to all know the hows. How do we do something, right? That makes sense. How do we do something? How do we release them once we acknowledge them? Well, we do it a couple of different ways. We do it through a process by which we ask the subconscious mind to release a limiting belief. That's a special process we do inside Align and Design Your Life. And at the same time, we focus on who we're being and what we're creating. We acknowledge the limiting belief. Oh, there it is. But we stay focused on who we're being and what we're creating. We stay in our outcomes. It's a simple shift in focus, right? So now where is your focus? If your focus used to be on discovering the limiting belief, figuring it out, trying to, determine when it started. If your focus is there, right? What you focus on expands. You're just going to get an expansion of those limiting beliefs. But if you shift your focus to what it is that you're creating and who you're being as you create that, whether that's creating health and vitality, creating a new position in your company, creating a new product for your business, creating a loving relationship, creating more connection with someone, whatever it is that you're creating, when you're focused on what you're creating and more importantly, who you are being in that creation. Are you being capable? Are you being joyful? Are you being grateful? Are you being certain? Are you being trusting? Are you delegating? Are you holding boundaries? Are you being a leader? Who you're being and what you're focusing on is more important than knowing your limiting beliefs and when they started and all of that. And that is how you're able to release those limiting beliefs without having to focus on, because you're shifting your mind, your focus, your energy into what you're creating and who you're being. And what we focus on expands. So if you're ready to let go of your limitations in the easiest and most effortless way possible, then we want to invite you to join us inside Align and Design Your Life, where we continually work this process of creating what we want, choosing who we're being, recognizing the limiting beliefs, releasing them from the subconscious, and taking action to create what we want. So focus is important. Acknowledging those limiting beliefs is important. But having the tools, the system, the community, the coaching, and the process to make this easier for you is really where the magic happens. So if you're interested in applying to join us inside Align and Design Your Life, simply type in the comments here. Let's see, we already used I'm ready. Let's say no more limits. Type no more limits into the comments if you're ready to live a life with no more limits. Your limiting beliefs do not have to hold you back. They do not have to keep you from taking action and creating the wealth, the health, the relationships, and the spiritual life that you deserve and that you desire. No more limits. Love it. If you're ready to learn more, we invite you to come into a world where we live without limits. You are infinite potential. Anything that you desire is here for you because you are the one who's meant to manifest it. And we believe in your power to create whatever it is that you want. You can create health, great relationships, a thriving business, a fantastic career, great boundaries with the people around you. Whatever it is that you want to create, you have the power to create it. And you do so by taking action, taking aligned action. We are excited to welcome you into the program and to learn more about you. Thank you so much for tuning in to this Mindset Monday. As this is the last Monday in the US before Memorial Day, I just want to say we will not be live next week. We will be taking a break on Memorial Day from Mindset Monday. We hope that you have a wonderful time with family and friends. Get out in nature, be amongst the world, enjoy yourself, have some fun. I personally will be going on a trip for the next few days to be out in nature, to enjoy what life has to offer, and I hope that you get to do the same. We'll be back to our regularly scheduled Mindset Mondays on Monday, June 7th, 2021. We will see you then. Thank you so much. Have a great day.